so that there is an eye contact and we can teach you whether you are getting our point or not. Okay. So am I audible to you clearly?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. Yes, sir. So let's start today. So here we're going to discuss the very important part of this chapter, that is transportation in human beings. Okay. In human beings. Transportation in human beings is done by two types of systems. One is the circulatory system, and other one is the lymphatic system. Okay. The circulatory system consists of heart, blood, and blood vessels. And the lymphatic system consists of lymph node, and lymphatic vessels. As you know, the circulatory system in human beings, there is a double circulatory system. Okay, and what is double circulatory system? We're going to discuss. Now we have this circulatory system, and here we have heart. Heart is a pumping organ. The blood is, that help in the transportation. Like we have platelets, we have RBCs, we have WBC because that are the soldiers of the body, and blood vessels are the tubules or pipe that carry blood, Okay, got it, dear students? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So let's discuss about the circulatory system. Okay, because we are going to discuss circulatory system. So let's discuss about the circulatory system. Let's discuss about the circulatory system. You know that it consists of three parts. One is the heart. And this heart, if I'm just going to write that, heart is enclosed in a specialized bag-like structure called pericardium. Okay, heart, and the another one is blood, and the third one is blood vessels. Just in a brief discussions, I'm going to explain you about the heart. Heart is enclosed in a sac-like structure that is called, this is heart. Okay, inside heart. If I'm saying this is heart, so it is present in a bag-like structure called pericardium. Okay, and after the heart, heart is and about a size means the size is about a fist. What is fist? Fist is this. When you close your fingers, the size of your hand become fist. Okay, it is about a size of a fist and present in the thoracic cavity, and protected by ribs. You know very well. So, and it is four chambered. Okay. Now we have the blood vessels. Blood vessels are of three types. One is the arteries. We have the capillaries. Capillaries and veins. These carries blood from heart to body. These carries blood from body to heart. And capillaries are intermediate between arteries and veins. And you know blood vessels. Oh, this is blood vessels. I will tell you blood vessels. I'm just changing this one. Blood is of three types. We have, it consists of plasma, that is 55%. and blood cells, that is 45%. Blood cells, blood plasma, okay. So make a rough chart of this one. Done. So let's move. Jason, just you will learn this one in the next portions. Okay. So have you noted this, everybody? Ashit, Zeba, Amar,
One
Madina,
second, sir.
they
I
noted
didn't.
fast. It's 45% blood cells. Blood cells, you know very well what are blood cells. That is WBC, RBCs, and platelets.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So let's move further, dear students. Now we are just going to discuss, just jumping directly to the double circulatory system, because we are just studying the highlights of life process. Okay. Highlights. Light of life process. Okay. We are just studying the important part, because we have just completed this chapter. Some teacher has completed this chapter for you. So just teaching you again, just highlights points only. Okay. So from transportation, we are just going to discuss the double circulatory system in human beings. Double circulatory system in human beings. Why we called it double circulatory system? First of all, why we call it double circulatory system? Double circulatory system. Is anyone in the class can answer me? Why double circulatory? What is the difference between double circulatory system and single circulatory system? Dubita, can you answer? No. Okay, let me explain you. Let's suppose this is a 4-chamber heart. I'm just making the heart like this. Okay. This is the right atrium. This is right ventricle. This is left atrium, left ventricle. This is a 4-chamber heart. Okay. And this is the lungs. And this is body. The deoxygenated blood from the body reaches to the lungs. Sorry, to the heart. And from heart, it again comes to the lungs.
So in double circulation, the blood enters twice into the heart.
Yeah. Because it enters twice into the. So I'm just saying, because if this is body, the deoxygenated blood from body reaches to the heart, and from heart, if it comes back to the from heart, it comes back to the lungs for being deoxygenated. If the lungs has capability to pump the blood directly into the body, then it is considered to be a single circulatory system. It will be considered a single circulatory system. But instead of this one, it does not happen. What happened here is the blood from the lungs does not directly pump into the body. It again, because lungs are not so, lungs don't have such, cannot provide such pressure that can pump the blood to the whole body. So the lungs again pump the blood to the heart, and from heart it again reaches to the body. So for the first time, you see here the blood from this region reaches to this, and then again come to this, and it is not coming into the body now. Again, this is the first time with red color. We can make it with blue color. Okay, blue color represent the deoxygenated blood. Okay, so if I'm making this one with blue color, the blood is coming to this one and then coming to this one. This is the first cycle. Again, from this one, it reaches to this and then again to this. This is the second cycle. For the blood comes out here, the blood comes out from the heart, then again going back to the heart. So in one complete cycle, you see that blood is going 2 times into the heart. Okay, the blood is going 2 times into the heart. So that's why we'll say that it is double circulatory system, because in one complete cycle, because I'm not, don't write, I'm just writing the highlight points, because one complete cycle, in one complete cycle, blood reaches 2 times into the heart. Okay, so let's discuss how this process goes. So let me explain you. First of all, you know that heart is 4 chamber. Human heart is 4 chamber. They are the aquatic animals that are going to have 2 chamber heart. They are the amphibians that are going to have 3 chamber heart. But here we have 4 chamber heart. Human beings and birds have 4 chamber heart. So this is a 4 chamber heart. Okay, now this is right atrium. This is right atrium. Let me show you this in the picture. Human heart is 4 chamber. Okay, human heart is 4 chamber. Here you can see this is the right atrium. Here this is the right atrium. This is the right atrium. This is the right ventricle. This is the left atrium, left ventricle. You might be familiar. You might be thinking that so here you might be thinking that they are the in the heart. Okay, they are the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. They are the 4 chambers. The upper part is called auricle or atrium. The upper part is called atrium or auricle. It is also called auricle. Okay, now you know here the from different part of the body, the blood reaches to this region. One may be confused with this one, that if you see onto the screen, this region is considered to be as right because you are writing with your right hand, and this is on the right hand side, this is on the left hand side, because we are not seeing the heart of a person that is in front of us. Okay, you are seeing your heart if you are sitting like this, okay? From the back of the screen, then you are going to have this side on the right and this side will be on the left. Okay, so that's why it is this side. If I'm just keeping my back towards the screen, okay, then this will become right and this will become left. So here you can see this one. So this is right, this is left, right. The upper region is called atrium, the lower region is called ventricle, the atrium and ventricle. Okay, now these are the 4 chambers. These are actually like this, but I'm just going to explain, because we are just going to explain this one, that how the double circulatory system work. So we're going to explain you like this way. Okay, like this way. For example, if you are having a heart, this is the 4 chamber heart. Okay, this is right atrium, right ventricle, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Okay, and now this is the lungs. This is the lungs. We're drawing it lungs. And this is body. So just for easy understanding, okay, I'm just going to explain you that the heart, deoxygenated blood from the body reaches to the right atrium from all over the body. From okay, it is being collected. The blood is being collected, and it reaches to the right atrium with the help of a specialized vein. We called it superior or inferior vena cava. We called it superior or inferior vena cava. Why superior? Because the superior vena cava is just going to take the blood from the upper region of the body that is present about the brain or the head region. Okay. And this is the inferior. Inferior means the lower part, that it is going to take the blood from the lower part of the heart. Okay. From the lower part of the body. That is lower. You understood now, Yogita, other students?
Yes, sir.
So why inferior superior vena cava? Because there are two different blood vessels, and they're just going to take the blood from the upper region of the body and the lower region of the body. So inferior carries the blood from the lower region, and superior carries the blood from the upper region. Now moving to the next part here is that now this is deoxygenated blood. This is the deoxygenated blood, which is slightly, it is not actually reddish in color, it is slightly a little bit blackish red, not the exactly red. Okay. So something blackish will be there because there is carbon dioxide mixed in the blood. Now, as the blood reaches to this right atrium, the blood reaches to the right ventricle. From the right atrium, it reaches to the right ventricle. Here is a valve. You can see this one here in the pictures. That this is the right ventricle, right atrium, and from this right atrium, blood reaches to this region. Okay, the blood is coming from right atrium to right ventricle. And from right ventricle, then again it goes from right ventricle from here, then again it goes to this way. You see that it is going to this way. Okay, and this is way, and where it is going to lungs with the help of pulmonary arteries. So these are the pulmonary arteries. Let me explain you one more time. From right atrium, the blood reaches to the right ventricle, and from right ventricle, the blood is going for being oxygenated to get the oxygens. So we can simply say here that from right ventricle, I'm just drawing it here. Okay. With this, now the blood reaches to the lungs, and actually arteries carries blood from heart to body, It is 100% true. There is no confusion between them. The arteries carry blood from heart to body. So here you can say that arteries is carrying blood from heart to body. So this is heart, and other thing is will all be considered as body. You can see that you can't say that this is a lungs and I have drawn the body separately. No, lungs is also a part of body. So we can simply say that here the blood is coming from the heart to the lungs, and the lungs is also a body. So will it be a vein or an artery? Will it be a vein or an artery This blood vessel. This will be an artery because it is carrying blood from heart to lungs. Lungs is also a body. So this will be an artery. And arteries generally carries oxygenated blood. Arteries generally carries oxygenated blood. Dear student, it carries oxygenated blood. What arteries carries? Tell me first. Arteries carries oxygenated blood. Arteries carry oxygenated blood. So here from this arteries, but you see that here this is not oxygenated, this is deoxygenated blood. So we have this name for this specialized artery, and the name for this artery is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Okay, this is pulmonary artery. So all artery carry pure blood except pulmonary artery. Okay. Except it carried deoxygenated blood. This is oxygenated blood. It carried deoxygenated blood. Okay, you understood? All arteries carries pure blood, any oxygenated blood, but it carries deoxygenated blood. This is the only artery, pulmonary artery, that carries deoxygenated blood. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now Now it reaches to the lungs, from the lungs, the oxygen that is present in the lungs, it is get mixed with the blood. Now the blood become oxygenated. Now the blood is going from lungs again. It is not coming back into the body because lungs don't have the lungs. Our lungs are not so much powerful that it can apply so much pressure that the blood can reach to different part of the body. No, so it is not coming back into the body. If it come to the body, then it will be considered a single circulatory system. But here it is not coming into the body. It is going back into the heart, to the left atrium. So you can check in the figure here. Now from this artery, you see that this is a pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein here. You see here pulmonary vein. This is the pulmonary vein, and these are carrying the blood from the lungs. So this is again entering into the left atrium. This is the left atrium, and this is here it is carrying. So this is the left atrium. So here you can say that this pulmonary vein is carrying the blood into this left atrium. So we can write it here. Here we can write that now this blood from this region reaches to this region with the help of a specialized vein. It should be vein because it is carrying blood from body to heart. Lungs is also a body, so it is carrying a blood from body to heart, so it is also vein. And but veins carries deoxygenated blood. Veins carries deoxygenated blood. But you see here the blood has now become oxygenated. So there is a name of this blood vessel, that is a pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. It carries oxygenated blood. So you need to keep in mind all veins carries deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
All vein carries oxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. So from this vein, the blood is going back into the left atrium. And now from left atrium, it reaches to the left ventricle. And from left ventricle, it is pumped with the help of a specialized vessels, a specialized artery, because it is coming again heart to body. So it will artery, and that will consider to be as aorta. Regular. Okay. So this is called aorta. Understood? And the name for this one is pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. So it carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood is here. Okay. So please make this one. Make a rough diagram for this one.
Aorta is artery, right?
It is an artery. It is an artery because it is carrying blood from heart to body. Yes.
Done, sir.
Done. Justin, done. Other students?
Yes, sir.
Adia, Zainab, sorry, Zeba.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have to note it down in your copy that what is double circulatory system. So write a note on double circulatory system. So like write it down in mammals like human. In mammals, there is double circulatory system. This means the blood is circulated twice in the heart in one complete cycle, which involve one is systemic circulation and one is pulmonary circulation. Now are the steps that how the blood is circulated. The deoxygenated from different part of the body reaches to the right atrium by two major veins, superior vena cava, vena cava, and inferior vena cava. Okay. From right atrium, blood reaches to the right ventricle. Note it down till here. Please note it down.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. You want to say something, Amar?
No, so previously your voice was lagging for me, and I couldn't what unmute before. So
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you want to say something?
yeah, now it's no, so
You got,
it's fine now.
you understood that I was teaching double circulatory system. You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done?
No, sir. Wait, sir.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Done, everybody? Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So now write the next part. From the now the right ventricle contract. Now the blood which is pumped to the lungs by pulmonary artery, where it get oxygenated. Means you need to check it. Pulmonary arteries is carrying deoxygenated blood. Okay. Now it is where it get oxygenated. Oxygenated blood from the lungs reaches to the left atrium by pulmonary vein. From left atrium, blood reaches to the left ventricle. And from left ventricle contracts, the blood is pumped into the body through aorta. Okay, first. Done?
No, sir. No.
Note it fast. Done?
Done, sir.
Done, sir. Done.
Yes, sir.
Everybody done?
Yes, sir.
Justin is in the class. Justin? Justin
Yes,
is there.
sir.
Okay. So let's move further. Let's move further. Now, this is double circulatory systems. We're going to discuss the questions on this one later. Let's first study the topic that we're going to discuss today. So this is all about the double circulatory system. The most important question that is being asked from the blood is about the blood clotting. Okay. So let me explain you what is blood clotting. Blood clotting. Blood clotting is a paragraph is given in the NCERT in related to blood clotting. So what actually happens in the blood clotting questions comes in examination that why the deficiency of vitamin K results in late blood clotting. Okay. So you know very well that blood clotting is not an simple process. If it is simple, then it may results in means if it is so simple, then it may results in blood clotting anywhere in the part of in the body, so which may results in blockage of arteries or vein and subsequently result in heart attack or some other stuff. Okay. So blood clotting is not an easy task. It is a double key lock mechanism system. Okay. And what is double key lock mechanism system? Just imagine that you are having a locker. Okay. And with the gold is kept. Okay. So now the key of this locker is present in the another locker. Okay, here the key of this locker is present. Okay, so first, and you have another key now. So first you open the key lock this locker. You will find a key here. Then this locker will open. So this is a double key lock mechanism system in blood clotting. And how does this happen? Let me explain you. That first of all, the injured cells, okay, and blood platelets release a special substance called thromboplastin. Thromboplastin. Okay. Now this thromboplastin converts a substance that is already present in the blood, that is called prothrombin. This is an inactive form. First listen to me. I will allow you to write later. Okay. So first listen to me. Stop writing, everybody. It is an inactive form. It is not an active form. This is an inactive form. Prothrombin is in an active form. Now from this prothrombin, the blood reaches to the in the presence of this thromboplastin that is being secreted here. So in the presence of this thromboplastin that was released by platelets in injured cell, thromboplastin, this prothrombin get converted into thrombin. That is an active form. And it get faster converted in with the help of vitamin K and calcium ion. Okay, so it get faster converted with the help of in the presence of calciums and vitamin K. So in order to convert prothrombin into thrombin, you need thromboplastin, which is released by injured cell and platelets. And this thromboplastin help in the faster in the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. This prothrombin is already present in the blood. This is already present in the blood plasma. Okay. Now from this prothrombin, this get converted into thrombin. This is an active form. Now this is the first key. Okay. Now there is another protein present in the blood plasma that is called fibrinogen. Fibrinogen. This fibrinogen in the presence of this thrombin get converted into fibrin. And fibrins are the thread-like structures. These are the fibers. Okay, that forms a thread-like mesh-like structure. Structure around the injury, around the wounds, and prevent blood and help in blood clotting. Got it? And prevent blood loss. Okay, you can say blood loss. Prevent blood. So first of all, injured cell, the injured cell and the platelets release a special substance that is called thromboplastin, and that is a prothrombin that get converted into thrombin in the presence of this thromboplastin that is released by injured cell and platelets. This conversion of prothrombin into thrombin can be enhanced, means it can be being faster in the presence of vitamin K and calcium ion. And this thrombin now, when it is get converted into thrombin, the active form, this thrombin convert fibrinogen into fibrin. There is also a type of protein, You understood? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So it is converting. It is converting here. So we need to keep in mind here that this fibrinogen is converting into fibrin, prothrombin is converting into thrombin. Okay. So if someone asks you the question that why the deficiency of vitamin K results in late blood clotting, so what will you answer? That vitamin K help in the faster conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. This thrombin convert fibrin into fibrinogen, which subsequently help in the conversion of fibrinogen into fibrin. which is a mesh-like structures, thread-like structures that prevent the blood loss or help in blood clotting. So the vitamin K help in the faster conversion. You understood? You understood?
Yes,
Understood,
sir.
everybody? So please note it down. Why the deficiency of vitamin K results in late blood clotting. Help in faster conversion of prothrombin into thrombin, which further help in the conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. Fibrin is mesh-like structures. Done?
Yes, sir.
Other students?
No, sir.
Noted. Fast.
Done, sir. Done.
Done, everybody? Is there anyone who's still writing? Done? So let's move further. Let's move further. So now we're going to discuss the transportation in of food in water in plants. Okay. So let me explain you how does the transportation of water take place in the plants. Okay, you know very well that if I'm having this plant, okay, a tree, okay, if I'm having this tree is going to have roots. Okay, this is going to have roots, and these roots are going to have some epidermal cells, very thin epidermal cells called root hairs. So these are the root hairs. These are the epidermal thin cells that are coming, and these are the root hairs that are coming to it. Okay. Got it? These are the root hair, the epidermal cells that comes from the. Now, when you pour some water to it, dear students, what will going to happen? You see, you pour some water to it. Okay. This is the water. What is going to happen? Tell me. The plant will absorb the water. Why it is absorbing the water? Why it is absorbing the water? Tell me. Due to
Because-
concentration. Due to concentration difference. Okay, this is water. So soil has more concentration of water than roots. Okay, so simply we can say that the water is absorbed by the plant by simple diffusion due to concentration difference. Okay, got it? Got it?
Yes.
Now the water is absorbed by the roots. Now how it reaches to the stems and the top part of the plant? How it is reaching to the stem and the top part of the plant? So simply we can say that here, we can explain you that let I'm having this root. They are the xylem tissue. They are the xylem tissue of roots and the phloem tissue of roots. Xylem tissue, you know that it is made up of two types of cells. Xylem tissue is responsible. Xylem tissue is responsible for conduction of water and minerals in plants. Okay, so you are very much familiar with this, and this is made up of two types of cells. One is the vessels, another one is the tracheids. Okay, you know this one? Everybody understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then
So what is going to happen? The root are also going to have, let me explain you here that this is the root here, and water is absorbed by the root here. Why? Because of the concentration difference, and water is reaching to the xylem tissue of the root. This is the xylem tissue of the root. Why it is reaching? Because water attract water particles. You know that if you drop a tissue, when you place a drop of water on the tissue paper, it just starts swelling, spreading. So this, and because of this, the water reaches to the xylem tissue of the roots. Now, when it reaches to the xylem tissue of the roots, then what is going to happen here? Oh, I don't know where I have drawn. Here it is. Yes. So what is going to happen? You know that when the water content is being increased here, so what is going to happen here is this: there will be more water supply here, or we can say that more water will comes to this region and this region. So it will result in swelling of this xylem tissue. It will result in swelling of this xylem tissue. Okay, swelling means it will become a little bit fatty. Okay, like so it, instead of this shape, this will become a little bit swell. Okay, we can have this shape of this one like this. So when it swell, it will exert a pressure on the adjacent xylem tissue. Adjacent means that tissue that is present at the top of this one. And similarly, because of this one, this now the water from this one reaches to this one because of the pressure. Now this again swell, then it reaches to the upward. So this is called root pressure theory, and this is sufficient to take the water to the roots of the plants. Okay, to the stem of to the base of the stem of the plant. Okay, got it? Now, how does water reaches to the top of this plant? Now the water is coming to the xylem tissue of the roots of the stem here. Okay, with the by the swelling of xylem tissue. Now how does this water is going to reach to the top of the plant? How it is reached? So later you know that the leaves are present here everywhere in the plants. Okay, so leaves are present. So what is the function of the leaves? So let me explain you. So this upliftment of water, everybody concentrate here. This upliftment of water, Zeba is there. Zeba is not here now. Okay, Zeba leave the previous class. Okay, so let me explain. Yes, student. So here we have, this is a leaf, and this is going to have small minute pores. Minute pores here. And this is called stomata. From this stomata, water continuously comes out. Water is coming out. From this small pores, water is continuously coming out, and this loss of water from the leaves, loss of water from the leaf is called transpiration, So the upliftment of water from the base of the stem to the top of the plant is explained by a specialized theory that is called transpirational pull theory. Transpirational pull theory. And what does it says? What does transpirational pull theory says? Transpirational pull theory says that the water that is coming out from the leaves, create a water deficiency inside the leaves. That the water is coming from the leaves and it is coming outside. It is coming from the stomata. So what would happen? When water comes out, there will be water deficiency. Okay. As a result of which, we can simply say that there is a water deficiency is being created. Means there a vacuum is being created. You have seen the vacuum cleaner. Have everybody seen the vacuum cleaner? What happened in the vacuum cleaner? The air in the pipe of the vacuum cleaner is being sucked out, and in order to fill that space from where the air has been sucked out, the new air comes. So this process continues, and we see that the air is rushing into the pipe of the vacuum cleaner. Along with it, the dirt and the other things also get into the pipe. So here is a similar process, like the straw also. When we have this straw, like you are drinking the juice, okay, with the help of this straw. So when you drink it, the juice that is present here, it will reaches into your mouth. Now this place is empty. So what would happen? We cannot left this space empty. So the juice that is present below this one will reaches to this place. And now this become empty. Now the juice that is present into this at this position will reaches to this space. So this is a suction pressure. The empty space never remain empty. There is something need to come in that place. So the water that is coming outside this from these leaves is creating a vacuum, an empty space here. So what does empty space need? This empty space need to be filled again with water. So this deficiency of water will be filled by the other water. So these leaves start demanding water from the twigs from where it is connected, and the leaves start demanding water from the twigs start demanding water from the stem, and the stem start demanding water from the roots. So this is a connectivity that helps because there is not a single leaf. There are thousands of leaves are present on a single tree. So if it is moving upward, a single leaf is creating a suction pressure. Those 1,000 to 10,000 times, 5,000 times this pressure will be increased. So this will be much pressure that helps in the plant in the upliftment of water. Moreover, we have the xylem tissue that is specialized, that have the valves. So once the water reaches from this region to this region, it can't backflow. It cannot flow back. So it will move upward. So when from this region it reaches to this region, it can't go back. So the water that is means it is an anti-gravity system. You can say that the things you can simply say that, like if you are moving on a stairs like this way. So once you reaches from this stairs to this stair will be free. No pressure will be exerted on this stair. From this stairs, when you reaches to this one, no pressure will be exerted on this stairs. Okay, so similar is this one, means a person is moving from this one, another person is moving to this step, another person is moving to. So if a person jumps, if this moves to this one, so this will come to this place, and this will come to this place. No one is going to have a person on his shoulder. So there's a pressure of anti-gravity will not be there. Means we can simply say in simple word that the water that is present in the xylem tissue is not exerting its pressure on the water which is present below it. It is not. Why? Because there is a locked system. It will not go back. Okay. So this is a specialized tissue, that is a xylem tissue that has some advantage, that it have valves that prevent backflow of water. Okay. For example, if you are having a pipe. Okay. So if I ask you to blow the water with the help of your mouth, so you can blow the water with the help of your mouth to a certain level, because after some time the weight of this water will exert it on the water that is below, and it is up to a limit that you can decide. But what happen if there is a wall present in this pipe? So if you lift the water to this one, this is not going to exert pressure on the backward. If you lift this once, then it will not going to exert pressure backward. So this is a simple way. Okay, this is a simple way. Yes, in circulatory system, blood flow into the heart twice, right? Yes, in circulatory system, one complete cycle, the blood flows 2 times. Okay, so if I'm having here uh, this one, so you need to write. Now you got it. Everybody got it. That it is this the water that is coming out from this leaves create a water deficiency inside the leaves, and this deficiency of water create a suction pressure inside the leaves. This suction pressure helps the water, means this suction pressure make the leaves to demand water from the twigs start demanding water from the stem start demanding water from the roots. Okay, so you understood that how water reaches to the from the lower part of the region to the upper part.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt? No.
No, sir.
So please note it down here. Okay, so first write this one. Don't write this portion. Write this portion first. Done. Written these 2 lines.
No, sir.
Yes, Hashid, just take the screenshot of this one because this is important. You need to write this one. Okay, so just take the screenshot of this one and then you can leave. Transportation or not? Now, other student, please write it down. Transportation of water in higher plant is explained by a specialized theory that is called transpirational pull theory. According to this theory, water loss from the aerial part of the plant through stomata, that is called transpiration, result in water deficiency in the leaves. This deficiency creates a suction pressure inside the leaves. As the leaf demands more water from the twigs demands more water from the stem demands more water from the roots. This result in the upliftment of water to the top of the plant from the roots. Okay, so please note it down.
So can you go back for a second?
Okay. Can means I have to go back for the
Previous slide.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, note it down, everybody. This is very important part of this chapter, that is transpirational pull theory. So many times question is being asked in the examination. What is transpirational pull theory? So you need to learn it properly. Okay. Done?
No, sir.
Done, sir.
No, sir.
Done?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, noted, noted.